Police say the driver plowed into people exercising at a sports center in what they've called a vicious attack. A 62-year-old man was arrested and is in a coma due to self-inflicted wounds. Residents laid flowers and lit candles and incense at the site of the crash. Initial investigations suggest the driver acted out of unhappiness over a divorce. Kathleen, a horrific incident with a big loss of life. What else do we know about what local authorities are labeling a vicious hit-and-run attack?
Well, Garish, this is an absolutely horrific incident. As you mentioned, police allege that a 62-year-old man, who they've identified only by his surname Fun, drove a small SUV through a large crowd of people exercising at the Zhuhai Sports Centre in southern China near Macau around 8 p.m. on Monday night. Now, 35 people were killed and more than 40 injured, according to official statements. Authorities say the man was unhappy about the outcome of his divorce settlement and the split of assets. They say that they arrested him as he attempted to flee the scene, but they've been unable to question him because he has been taken to hospital for treatment. He is in a coma, according to police, after wounding himself following this incident. Now, local state media is reporting that rescue personnel from all over Guangdong province were sent to Zhuhai to assist with the emergency efforts, and more than 300 healthcare staff worked to help the victims as well. The President Xi Jinping has issued a statement through Chinese state media calling for the strict punishment of the offender according to the law, saying that this was a vicious attack. He also called on local governments to work on prevention, to identify such risks at the source and to prevent further extreme cases, because this is the latest in a surge of unprovoked attacks in China over the last few months.
Yeah, given this incident has reached the highest levels of government in that it's got the attention of Xi Jinping, but why is China so keen to shut out public and media coverage about an incident like this? Because we saw BBC reporter Stephen McDonald being hassled while reporting on the story, and that's before a makeshift memorial for the victims was cleared by authorities there.
That's right. So this does appear to have been shrouded in secrecy for about a day. Reportedly, the police only issued a very brief statement initially on Monday night after the incident. As you mentioned, tributes that were being laid outside the sports centre have been removed, apparently in some cases almost immediately. And we have heard these reports of journalists being accosted as they were trying to do their job. There is a bit of added sensitivity at the moment in Zhuhai because this occurred on the eve of a massive international air show known as Air Show China 2024, during which the People's Liberation Army is showing off some of its most advanced warplanes and attack drones. So there was a lot of media in town already, but of course we have seen that very concerning vision of the BBC correspondent Stephen McDonald, who's been based in China for many, many years now, being attacked. McDonald has written a story about this. He said that there was a group of people in plain clothes waiting outside the complex. He said often when sensitive stories like this unfold in China, local Communist Party officials organise groups of carters to pretend to be outraged locals who've been given the role of targeting foreign reporters to prevent any coverage. McDonald says invariably it doesn't stop the stories, it just makes China look bad. And he did seek to emphasise both in this story and when I spoke to him earlier that this just really overshadows the people who were doing the right thing, who were trying to show kindness and pay tribute to the victims. There were people, of course, laying flowers and tributes, as we mentioned, but there are also pictures on social media going around of people lining up to give blood. So really taking the attention on people responding in that genuine human way to such a tragedy. Also, there has been this spate of violent crime in China. As I mentioned, it's not ordinarily a place where there's a lot of violent crime, but there has been this really worrying surge lately. Most recently, a man was arrested in October for allegedly attacking children with a knife in Beijing, and there was also 3 people killed in another knife attack in a supermarket in Shanghai in September.
Okay, East Asia correspondent Kathleen Caldwell, thanks very much for that update.